Hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? It's your girl, Shonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. And once again, I am back at you for the Print Your Profits Weekend Workshop here in North Carolina. My lovely ladies are with me. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Hey. We're having a great time, and I wanted to be able to bring y'all into the experience on day two. I always like to do at least one or two lives and check in with y'all. Of course, friendly reminder, if you can't catch me here in North Carolina, make sure that either you're coming out for January Fire Start Your Year, message me and I'll send you the details for that. Or number two, you're hanging out with us in This Is a Sense monthly circle so you can participate in Print Your Profits, Fire Start Your Year, Back to Business, and everything that I do when it comes to helping you with your money, marketing, and sales goals on a week by week, month by month basis. All right. So definitely let me know who you are and where you are in this beautiful world today. And if you're catching me on the replay side, you can always drop into the comment box, hashtag replays rock. So let's do it. We today are going to talk about marketing. These are marketing moments when you get cute, you get in front of the camera, right? That's my goal. Most days I look like a hot mess, and what they see at home is a little bit different from what y'all see. And while it's okay for men to be a hot mess, they can go on camera and look any old damn way. We always got to get cute for the camera, right? So I think these are great times to take advantage of creating marketing, video content, and proactively promoting. We're going to talk about 7 ways to do just that in just a second. Before we do, what I want to share with you is the hubby is texting. Did I get your text? I did not. I did not get your text. Um, Let me call him real quick and then I'll get at it. Y'all just gonna have to wait for a minute. But while I'm calling him, feel free to let me know who you are and where you are in this beautiful world today. Hello? What's up? Okay. We'll be done with our sessions by 12, around 12. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, bye. All right. Um, so yes. Whew, gotta manage like 15 different things at once. So my hubby is the in-house photographer. So he's like, I will be there for photos at 12. Thank you. Um, so quick story. One of my favorite things is comics. Always love them. I was obsessed with Archie comics as a kid. Black comics even more. I knew about Boondocks before everybody else knew about Boondocks. So we have several Comic Cons. I like to go to the local one here in Greenville. And there's always this lovely black couple. The husband, he's an illustrator, right? And every year that we go, I make sure to buy their stuff. And then I'm like, okay, stop. Let me do some videos and photos with you guys. Because you know why? When you're vending, who's taking photos of you? No one. No one. And then you leave and you're like, damn it. Right? And I know that by experience, hosting events, right? So whether it's him, and I'll actually see if I can find some photos and show you guys him and his wife, or people come and they're buying your stuff that you need to have pictures on your website, and you have nobody with pictures, people with your stuff, right? And you're literally in that moment selling your stuff. You might as well take pictures with people. I said that. I said, Rhonda, did you take a picture with Lavon's t-shirt on? These are marketing moments, and we forget them all the time because it's like people go to me, LaShonda, for social media, what content should I produce today, right? And half the time, you have the content, you just don't record it in that moment, right? So I want to give you a list of marketing moments that literally you guys can do this weekend, number one. Number two, it's funny because I told y'all the story. I ain't gonna tell y'all the story because if we do, we'll be on here for a long time. But when I went to Jamaica, I decided to do a photo shoot. The one that I want to do is the float. You did it, the floating dress, the flying dress. You did it. Where were you? You weren't in Dubai. Where did you go? Bali.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, so pretty. Levon was so pretty. I say, listen, they got him in Jamaica. So I was gonna do the flying dress photo shoot. Did it, but I did do a photo shoot because I wanted some new images, and that is one of the images on this cover right here, right? And all my family were like, "Really? why do you want to do a photo shoot, right?" Because they don't know about being an influencer entrepreneur and how we do photo shoots like other people change their drawers. I'm sorry, but that's just what we do. We take photos of ourselves. That's where our money comes from, the headshot, okay? And so thinking about how you can proactively take the time to create content, whether it's photos or videos for your business, so important, okay? Even here, I'll have the ladies, we'll do some photos behind the step and repeat boards, and then y'all gonna see it all for the rest of the year, okay? Don't get mad at me, but that's what I do when I get here, all right? Now, let's talk about 7 video content ideas for you to consider. First one is time lapse videos. Okay. So everybody, whether you had a tripod or now you have one because you got it in your virtual swag and you are sitting in your room or you sitting here, there's a fire pit downstairs in the lounge. Even the lounge area is cute. Like, you know, the nice little chairs or whatever. Yes, yes. And I'm like, listen, don't look at me like I'm crazy because I'm sitting here doing some video. Keep it moving. Right? Wherever you can find a nice spot. God knows sometimes I can't find a spot in my house. It looks like a hot mess. I'll squeeze myself in a little corner. Right? So when you're in a hotel, you just find a spot. The chair is outside, it's nice and sunny, and you do 2, 3, 4 videos, right? Whatever you can do. So time-lapse videos are really awesome because you're basically going to record yourself doing a thing. You put it in front of you, you're typing. You put it in front of you, literally, y'all have books, you're reading your book, right? People do, one of my favorite videos is what's inside my bag. And I'll sit and I watch those all the time. Mind you, can I have your bag, Afi? Not only do we buy bags, girls, we make bags, right? So this is Afi's beautiful bag, proud fur mom. Listen, if the hotel would allow it, best believe our fur babies would be running all up in there, okay? Prince, Sheba, everybody would be having a good old time. Being able to literally do a video where you're sitting and you're like, let me show you what's in my bag. Oh, by the way, do you have my bag? Go and get it. Where's the website?
It is rbstore.artbyafi.com.
rbstore.artbyafi.com. Okay, so if you see this video on Marketing Moments, Afi, I want you to make sure you go in there and drop the link into the comments for me or anyone else who could do it as well, right? So that's a marketing moment. You sitting down with your branded content, whether it be your bag, here is one of my bags, right? Or your books, or your t-shirts, right? Levon has beautiful t-shirts. That is an opportunity for you to strategically create content that you can repurpose. Now, the weather is going to change. It's weird right now because I don't know why it's hot as Hades in October, okay? That's a whole other story. But eventually it's going to change. So when it is cold and I don't want to get cute and it's not the sunniest, whether it's really rainy or really, even though you can do some beautiful pictures in the snow, right? But that's when I could pop out the summer videos, right? The stuff that I did before, even when I don't feel like getting cute in front of the camera. So the time-lapse videos I like to do for anywhere between at least 3 to 10 minutes of you just doing a thing, right? When we went to the Comic-Con here, and I basically took my son and his friends, I just recorded my feet walking, right? We did a couple of videos the last time downstairs where we just recorded ourselves coming up the elevator. You watch people do travel videos all the time. They're in the airport. Did anybody do any airport videos? Christopher was like, why are you so crazy? Why are you taking videos of me in the airport? Because I'm going to use it later. Leave me alone. Right? You can take airport videos and you can take videos of you just walking down the street. And these are marketing moments because it's content you can use later. And like I said, ladies, when we cute, we get in front of the camera. Okay. Time lapse videos, number 1. Interviews, number 2. Thank you so much, Afi. Here you go. By the way, I'll do a branded session with you guys on branding in just a bit. Like I said before, if you're not here for our North Carolina weekend workshop, you want to make sure you come out to the next one. DM me and I'll tell you the details. I try to do at least 2 to 3 in-person events here in North Carolina every year, and the virtuals too. So those of you in my Sister Sense Circle monthly mentorship and accountability community for digital women entrepreneurs have the opportunity to work with me on a week-by-week, month-by-month basis. Your interviews. You can interview people who are of interest to you while you're at the event, right? Sometimes ladies have overlapping projects. Elizabeth does self-care, Lavon does self-care. Being able to talk to people who have similar brandings as you, right? Yes. Rhonda and Afi are the creative queens. They were talking about sewing and stitching, and I'm nodding my head like, I know what that stitch is. I don't know what that stitch was. I don't know what they were saying, but I could look. They know what they're talking about. I'm crafty, but only to a certain extent, okay? Don't be mad at me. They could have put a brick in that Cricut box. Don't ask me because I ain't opened it yet, okay? Don't ask me. I ain't opened that Cricut box yet. But I'm the crafty girl who likes to buy the crafts. Interview videos, product placement videos, okay? So you best believe, baby, I will put my books and a little flower and something cute and take a cute little video, right? We have these glass tables. I have the glass table in the, where do we have one? In the kitchen. But this is a nice glass table, right? You can put something here and make it do what it do. Now, what if you, and here's a trick I'm going to tell you. What if you go, LaShonda, but I didn't bring nothing with me. You got Office Depot, Staples, Kinko. Do we have Kinkos or did they die out? I mean, so many stores have died.
They're owned by FedEx. I think they merged with FedEx.
They merged with FedEx?
Kinko's, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I have, is it somewhere over there? The spiral one? You go, man, I want to do some stuff. I want to print, da-da-da-da. I don't have it. Take it behind the Staples or Office Depot and print it, self-printing. Ask them for the transparent covers. Well, my Office Depot, the local one anywhere, the transparent covers are like 59 cents, right? So you got that little glossy, flossy look, and you just take some photos. We have the photo frame. I don't even know what those are. Like, you know those stands, the photo frame stands? Sometimes people will put glassware and plates on them, right? Those little placeholder stands. Yeah. Right. Now, if you have like a book, great. Yes. But if you don't, you print out your cover photo, you put it on the stand, and literally in a couple of minutes before you to have something, because obviously if you have to print a book, it's going to take a while for you to get the product printed. But at least you can print out the cover, put a little gloss on it, put it on the stand, and you're able to go. Right? So whether it's a photo or it's a video, there's no reason why, caught a lock. There's no reason why you can't create video content. So product placement is number 3, okay? So we've got time-lapse videos, number 1, interviews, number 2, product placement videos, number 3, whether you're doing what's inside my bag or you are putting strategically your stuff up and you're taking photos of it. And keep in mind, even if you don't do a regular traditional video, you could do the photos and then make that a video, right? So that's something that you can do as well. I also like to do pan shots where I'll just like have a bunch of stuff and then take the phone and do one of these, right? And you can show it in slow motion or you can speed it up. Mm-hmm. Right? So I'll put all the stuff up here and then just do a run through of the books. Another thing that you can do is you can do it for yourself, but you could also ask somebody else to sit down with your book and do one of these. Right? Literally, somebody else could do that for you. Or you have your tripod, you do this, you put your camera up here, either you do it or have somebody hold it, and you do one of these, a flip through. Exactly. So there are lots of ways for you to go in the book content, show the cover, you do it, ask somebody else who looks cute and want to support you and get in front of the camera to do it as well. You've got your product placement. Number 4 is while I'm away. While I'm away. Opportunities expire. And if you want to sell more, you need to let your people know about your limited time offers. Okay, so write that down, LTO, limited time offers. Yes, you can do a sale, but sales work even better when you give people a reason to buy now and get off the fence, right? So we've been working on $7 solutions, solution-driven digital products, right? And I am on the list of many of my lovely ladies, and Rhonda was doing a limited time promotion on her $7 solution, right? So when you go somewhere, like you're here for 3 days, literally you can like, listen, hey, guess what? I'm away traveling, I'm at an event. While I'm away, I actually wanted to give you an opportunity to get ... And once I get back, this opportunity is going to go away. Right? So doing some type of proactive promotion while you're doing something. Number 1, you get an opportunity to sell. Number 2, you get an opportunity to be personable and show your people what you're doing. And number 3, you create an LTO because it is limited. However long you're away, that's the time of that promotion. Okay. Now, here's a secret, not so secret, but I don't do this with a team. I do a lot of my stuff manually. Okay. So I'll be like, okay, well, it's going to expire on XYZ day. If I feel like it's good and I'm done, I can close it. But if honestly I fall asleep before the time frame, I'll wait till the next day. And it's funny because I'll wake up and folks be like, whether they're in a different time zone or they just got the message, it's still there. And they're super excited about the fact that it's still there, right? Or if I feel like I didn't quite hit my goal yet and I want to extend it, I'd be like, listen, this is what I was doing while I was away. But in case you missed it, I'm going to give you a little bit more time to check in on that, right? When we were coming back from Jamaica, I was telling Rhonda, I was up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And between the layovers and the one flight to the next flight, I felt like when I got home, I was maybe a few hours shy of 24 hours, right? And so I'm like, oh my gosh, in those opportunities, literally to be able to give people a reason as to why it ain't closed yet. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. I'll see you in the AM, right? Just real life, being able to integrate those conversations into what you're promoting is something that you can do. So while I'm away, number 4, the 100 challenge, number 5. So this is something that we did on one of the in-person events that I did recently. Decided to stay an extra day and say, listen, I'm going to sit and do 100 videos. Basically taking 10 topics or 10 types of videos and knocking them out, right? For example, I shared with you guys some of my favorite gadgets and tools, tripods, cameras, all the things. I literally can do like 10 2-minute videos going through the different tools in my suitcase. And that's a thing in and of itself. I literally have maybe 20 of my books here. I could just show the title and say, here's my ... fresh start guide at freshstart.com and do 10 books just on that. Like if you think about the different types of videos you have, or I bought a suitcase for 3 days because I live 10 minutes away. I could do that. But I mean, if you travel, maybe not. But the reality is I can sit here and switch out my shirt like 10 times and do 10 different videos in the same spot. Use the videos at different times with different shirts on. But I really didn't do much because a lot of times we don't have to even talk in the video. You could just be in a video and then do a voiceover on top of it, or you can put text on top of it, right? Now, I don't do a lot of these, but some people, I don't wear makeup, but some people will do videos while they're doing their makeup, or the both in this little area by the bathroom and in my room in the back, there's just big mirrors, right? And people are always doing selfie videos. And sometimes their bathrooms are okay, and sometimes they're kind of questionable. Right? I'm just saying, right? But you're in a hotel room with a really big mirror. You could just as easily do a couple of selfie videos right there and not feel like, oh, I got to do it in my bathroom and it looks like a hot mess, But 10 types times 10, that's the 100 challenge, right? And some of y'all were like, I'm gonna do it, LaShonda, but I ain't doing 100, right? You could do 30, you could do 20, girl, I got 5, I'm gonna put 5 on it, I'm gonna do 5, right? You know what I mean? But that is something that you can challenge yourself to do. Number 5. Number 6 is what I'm working on. What I'm working on. Being able to do a quick video and tell them literally what you're working on this weekend, or just what you're working on in general this month, this quarter, so people are conscious of the things that you are producing, right? Which brings me to number 7. Well, like I can literally say right now before I get to number 7, for number 6, I share my 3 N's. What's now, what's new, what's next, right? So literally in these videos, I'm like, listen, what's now is the Print Your Profits workshop here in North Carolina. If you missed this North Carolina event, guess what? Come out to the next one in January. Start Your Circle. Message me and I'll send you the details, okay? That's what's coming up next. So you'll let people know what you're working on, what you have in the pipeline, right? I've got the Back to Business virtual conference that's coming up in a couple of weeks. If you want to be a part of my next Print Your Profits, this is in person. The virtual is next weekend. Make sure you are a member of the Sister Sense monthly mastermind over at sistersense.com/circle. So what's now? What's new? What's next? That you say, this is what I'm working on. Let me share that with my audience in a video, okay? And the last one is pre-sale offers. Pre-sale offers, right? So some folks get all up in their feelings about dropping some stuff, dropping their good goods, right? So Lavon and I were actually talking about someone that we won't mention, but they've got some amazingness, but they ain't dropped the good yet because they got to figure out how to finish all the pieces before they drop it. You scared of money, okay? You ain't selling because you ain't selling. And I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. But listen, if you want to work on sales, one way that you can do that outside of your proactive marketing, your video content, is pre-sales. So literally everyone here can, once they finish the cover of whatever you're making, put the cover up, give them here's a tentative schedule of when I'm going to release this bad boy. This is the cost. Buy it now. Buy it now. So having a pre-sale on something you've put together is an opportunity for you to test the offer, the viability, who's interested in it. Number 2, it's an opportunity for you to, that one died as well. Does anyone have a brick? The ones you plug in directly to the, I have to have Jay bring me mine. Oh yeah, can you charge one of those? I think they charge faster when they just go directly to the.
Do you want this one in place?
I think maybe.
It's been charging.
Oh, it might not be a lot of charge, but we'll
Okay.
see what it gives me. A little bit of something. Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. So when you do pre-sales, it's an opportunity for you to test the viability of the project. It's an opportunity for you to actually generate revenue. And it's an opportunity for you to be accountable to yourself. So a lot of times people go, man, LaShonda, it takes me forever to finish a project. But if you sell it, I would hope you at some point finish it so you can give it to the people who bought it, right? So it's a great way to create a pre-sale that's going to make you accountable and say, if I'm going to put this thing out there in the next 30, 60, or 90 days, I've actually got some sales. I need to get fire up underneath me and make it happen. Okay. So let's talk about those 7 video ideas in a nutshell. You guys can let me know if any of these are interesting to you. And then we're going to wrap up so that you can make that magic happen. So time-lapse videos, number 1. Interviews, number 2. I'm about to do some interviews with you guys in our next session on branding. Product placement videos. While I'm away, number 4. The 100 challenge, number 5. What I'm working on, number 6. And pre-sale offers, number 7. That's a lot. But hopefully you have at least, I would say, 1 or 2 of these video types that might be interesting for you. At the very least, time lapse, because those are just like sit down, do something, put the camera on. Videos. So any ideas of video content that you might work on?
Time lapse videos for me.
Time lapse.
Yeah, definitely time lapse.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
learn how to do time lapse.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Product placement.
And product placement. Yeah, okay. Because I'm literally going to knock out some product placement ones. I've already done them. Now, here's a bonus. When it comes to real-time marketing, I always love to do live streams, right? And this morning, we have one more to do. That's 3 live streams in like 2 hours, or we started like at 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10 to 12 roughly. That's 2 hours, 3 live streams. There may be days that I am not getting cute and I am not getting in front of the camera, right? And 3, not only is it a magical number, Schoolhouse Rock, 3 is a magic number. It's also basically a series. So I can then say, okay, here are 3 things that you can do to work on printing your profits, and 1, 2, 3, right? So it's a marketing moment because it's an opportunity for me to help you guys prep, because y'all don't get to do content creation with us. I'm sorry. But when we do content creation, this is preparation for that, right? This is you thinking about the products you want to produce. So simultaneously, we're working on our afternoon project. I'm creating live streams, and there's content that can be repurposed, right? So you really want to make sure that you're making the most of your marketing moments and your time, especially when people say to me, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. So it's not even sometimes about finding the time, but how you make the most of your time, right? Even if you're at your desk typing, people are just typing and they don't realize they could be, take 2 seconds, put on some lipsticks and record a time-lapse video while you're doing your work, right? Even client calls, or when you're doing a virtual or a speaking engagement, right? That's content that you can use. And a lot of times you'll see influencers and go, oh my gosh, they look so cool. They're doing a live video or a speaking engagement. And you've done those things as well. You just didn't record it. So there's nothing capturing it, right? So there you go. We are going to wrap up. I'm going to give y'all a couple of minutes to get your branded content so that 11:30 we can do branding examples, and then we should be done by, if not 12, a little bit after 12. Are y'all good? Is it too much? I remember when Jay is like, oh my goodness, they're going to leave with limbs falling off because we've done too much stuff. But it's about inspiration this morning, your video content, your branded content, your book content, and then we'll actually work on the content in the afternoon. Okay. All right. Let's go get that branded content, knock out the last one, and lunch, because I think my stomach is growling. Bye, guys.